I mean, when it was getting to the end, he gave us a signal, but there was still music in there. Yeah, it could be you. Signifying that it was getting to the end of the music. Everything about the songs is, I mean, we need to be, these are the people we should be studying in our university campus. Word. Put your hands together for him one more time. Ladies and gentlemen, let me just welcome the personalities that we have. Just in case you just join us. Minister for Tourism is here, the effervescent, the beautiful, honorable Barbara.
We welcome you. But you are welcome, Akwaba. And to all others who are here, we believe that at the end of the day, you more than happy to have been here. When we talk of tourism, a whole lot of things. But unfortunately, we in our part of the world do not take so much interest in tourism. Now, I'm not paying for make like I said, because you Kumasi only baby attack war. The bit you have at the side. Oko, the one we never say, Obit, one only Winba Junction. Oko in Kenya, Obit Teche, Biko in Kaneshi. Now, so I brought food to me, HA and Ghana, and you may cost because they come around. I believe that this will be an eye-opener for all of us so that we hold high the concept of tourism. Once again, we welcome all of you and pray that at the end of the day, we'll be more the better for it for having been here. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the Honorable Mayor of Kumasi, Osai SCB Entry, to give us a welcome address, and then after that, we'll move on to the others. Good news. We have two representations here. So we have the regional minister represented here by a very beautiful lady. I'll invite her onto the microphone and then ask her name, and then she will tell us what the regional minister says. And then we cross over to the mayor. Please put your hands together for the representative of the regional minister, Ashanti region. Another beautiful lady. This time, a man of wife, a power gun. A very good afternoon to you, ma'am. How are you doing? Your name?
My name is Emilia Kochu.
Okay, and how is Ashanti region doing?
It's doing very well. It's calm.
Now we have the boss here, the Honorable Minister for Tourism. Let me just take a closer look at it. Honorable Minister for Tourism, how are you doing? Welcome to Kumasi. You know one request I want to take to Accra? The roads to our tourism sites. Bakupe, with the Bakupe. You promise only the roads to the tourism sites. Okay, Honorable Minister, let's have your statement.
The chairman for the occasion, representative of Utufo Osei-Tutu II, the Asantehene, the Honorable Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture, the board chair of the Ghana Tourism Authority, Honorable Ministers of State and Members of Parliament, the Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Tourism Authority and officials of the ministry, the Mayor of the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly, Nananom, the members of the Planning Committee, heads of departments, friends from the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I'm reading this address on behalf of the Honorable Regional Minister who is indisposed. It is a great pleasure to be with you on this memorable day to participate in the Grand Durbar, marking the national celebration of the 2019 World Tourism Day here in the Ashanti region. On behalf of the Ashanti Regional Coordinating Council, the chiefs and people of the region, I say a big akwaba to you all, especially our brothers and sisters who are visiting the region, the seat of the Ashanti Kingdom and the home of culture for the first time. It is indeed my greatest pleasure to welcome you. May I also, on behalf of the region, express my sincere gratitude to the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, the Ghana Tourism Authority, and all other stakeholders for selecting Kumasi, the City of Culture, for the celebration of the World Tourism Day. Ladies and gentlemen, as a region, we are a region that is proud to host this celebration as we continue to hold out as a repository of cultural heritage. And to mention a few, we can count the King Prempeh II Museum, which is the oldest museum, the only natural lake in Ghana, that is Lake Bosomtwi. We have Bode, the historic town of Kente designs and weaving, and many more interesting tourist sites of interest. We are indeed grateful for this honor. Mr. Chairman, this morning, Ghana joins other nations around the world to mark this special day. This day highlights the contribution of tourism potentials to the Sustainable Development Goals as set on the calendar of the United Nations. Member countries continue to foster awareness among the international community of the importance of tourism and its social, economic, political, and cultural value. I am reliably informed that the theme for this year is tourism and jobs, a better future for all. This is very timely and appropriate considering the increasing need to implement a continental strategy for the tourism sector to create jobs. Nananom, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Ghana as a nation must fully profile and market our rich tourism resources and attractions, ranging from diverse wildlife, beaches, historical and prehistoric monuments, indigenous craft villages, forts and castles, and diverse cultures. With the tourism sector still being developed, we have been up until today unable to exploit the huge potential that our tourist attractions offer in creating wealth and generating jobs. Ladies and gentlemen, it is very interesting that Ghanaians travel far and wide, the world over, and are witnesses to several tourist attractions. Honestly, I know there is always a wish for the same back at home. Indeed, as a nation, we must recognize that if we are not ready to commit funds to promote tourism, our huge potentials, which could create jobs and generate huge revenue, will continue to be underutilized. As we celebrate this day with this very appropriate theme, I wish to challenge the sector to be innovative and also attract investors to develop our tourism sector to make it more vibrant. Ghana has a very rich culture, and indeed, casting my eyes around this gathering this afternoon, I see the evidence in our rich and colorful kente cloth, the smokes, and the adinkra cloth with their distinctive symbols, which identifies us and gives us confidence in ourselves. Mr. Chairman, Nananom, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the NPP government under the leadership of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, recognizing the success of tourism as a driver of sustainable development in the country, continues to design policies and strategies for trade and investment to meet the needs of the sector, to create an overall business environment that is conducive for growth. I am happy to note that infrastructural concerns such as airports, rail networks, ports, and telecommunication are being addressed, all in an effort to create the right atmosphere for the tourism sector to thrive. This is very important to us as a nation, and we hope to record great progress in the tourism sector in the years ahead. Mr. Chairman, Nananom, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, once again, I say Akwaba to you and especially welcome you to the region and wish you a very fruitful and memorable celebration.
Hi viewers, I'm Sugar Titi. SHUGATTI, Sugar Titi.
Board members of GTA, led by the Chair, Honorable Irene, to the abided Honorable, Lawyer Kwame Champon-Boateng, Dr. Norris Hammer, Madam Comfort Yamwa, Directors of the Ministry and its agencies, and I want to acknowledge the Chief Director, Alhaji, who is here, and Madam Olivia Poku Aduma, who is also here, Director of RME, Mr. Kwesi Ewa Abebio, Chairman of the Steering Committee of the Year of Return, and Director of Diaspora Affairs at the Office of the President, President of GATOF, Madam Bella Ahu, leading members of the private sector here, and I can see Nana Uredu, Madam Stella Penton, today I can't see Mr. Kwesi Eisen, and delegation from Gambia. Please can you rise up for us to acknowledge you. They are here all the way from Gambia, led by the Director of International Tourism, the Gambia Tourism Board. You're welcome. Management and staff of GTA, We want to acknowledge the hard work you've put in to make today's event a success. This is a year of return, and so we welcome the global African family to the cultural capital of Ghana. We're here today to celebrate Otumfuo's 20th ascension to the throne and to celebrate with Asamoah this year. It was a promise we made to him last year that no matter what, the World Tourism Day this year will be celebrated in Kumasi. And now, I also want to draw our minds as we celebrate the year of return to our ongoing campaign, See Ghana, Eat Ghana, Wear Ghana, and Feel Ghana. The theme for today is about jobs. And if we are seeing Ghana going around the country, as our president urged us during his 6th March speech, that we should make it a habit to visit parts of the country. If you go there, you stay in a hotel, it creates jobs. If you sit in a taxi, it creates jobs. You go to a restaurant to eat food, it creates jobs. And that is what the theme today is about. When we talk about Eat Ghana, we should patronize our own foods. Farmers will get money out of their work. It will create more jobs for us. And Wearing Ghana will also have a major impact on our fashion industry. And I want to say that since we launched this campaign in June 2017, we've seen an upset in dignitaries and important personalities, and indeed most Ghanaians wearing Ghana, Yedamasi. And we say, feel Ghana, feel our music and feel our movies. Kumasi, we know it from Kumawood. Let us go back to watching our movies, listening to our songs, so that the creative arts industry will also benefit from the job creation opportunities that exist. And finally, we know that 2019 is a year of return, but I want to just let you all know that we are not going to end the year of return in 2019. It continues. Very soon, you will hear from us the new program that we have for the year, beyond the return. Thank you very much. Enjoy the day. May God bless us all. Thank you very much.
Nananom, and also acknowledge Nananom here in present, and our darling Minister for Tourism, all other protocols observed. My regional minister has given a welcome address, and it was so elaborate that he took us through the long journey as to why Ashanti should be the tourism destination. So I am here just to make a statement. Looking around the area where we found ourselves, it reminds me of just one thing, that is the saying of our late President, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. The first time he visited this place, during the time of the late Jematin, after he had been taken round, he stood on this park, looked at this museum, and said, I am so excited to be here. I'm quoting him. I'm so excited to be here. And looking at what I've seen, I then, as the President of the Republic, want to declare that this place should be the center for national culture. That is why throughout the whole country, the Center for National Culture is here in Kumasi. And therefore, for the organizers to have selected this program to be in Kumasi, they did excellently well. Let's clap for them. Again, Kumasi is the capital of Ashanti region. And Ashanti region is a kingdom that is more than 350 years old. Older than the country Ghana, which is less than 70 years old. So it tells you that we have a lot of history to tell. Even the formation of the kingdom itself is something that will take you about 1 week for you to be lectured as to why the whole region, the kingdom, we have only one king. Even though we have a lot of Nananom, Amahini, and other smaller chiefs, but we are all under the control of our great king, Solomon, Nana Osei-Tutu II. We have a preserved, rich culture, which today you are seeing just a few of it. But when our king sits in state with all Nananom around, it will be marvelous and it's fabulous to be around. That is why anytime Nana is celebrating Anade, it attracts a lot of people from all over the country, all over the world, just to come. Dignitaries herein present. Kumasi is gradually positioning itself as the tourism hub for Ghana. Why am I saying so? Because we are centrally located. And we are also friends to all the neighboring countries around. Just about 3 weeks ago, Burkina Faso was here. They came, exhibited all the things that they have on this park. And it will surprise you to know that apart from Accra, it is only in Kumasi that we have several consulate nations being represented here. We have the Mali, we have the Burkina Faso, we have the Italians also being here, and the latest to come is Hungary, also setting its consulate here. This tells you that this place is actually building up. Anytime you find yourself in Kumasi, just to start the tourism journey, it helps you. Because coming to this center where you found yourself, we have the Center for National Culture. Then the tourism authority is here. So to every tourist, the best place for you to come is here, where you will be taken through the whole history as to where you can be going, as the regional minister listed. So from here, we can let you know, you spend about 2 days here, and from Kumasi, all the other places in the regions that you need to go. And it's not surprising that we know the value of tourism. That is why, as a city, we have taken the project Operation Keep the City Clean and Green. That is why recently, even the whole national contest, Kumasi won. Why? We want to have one of the most cleanest cities that is going to help us win and attract all the tourists to come into our city. And with the Minister for Tourism herself also here, their statistics will tell you that of all the tourists that comes into the country, a lot of them found themselves here just because of the things that we have. Please, if I want to take you and walk you through the journey, it will take us days. But here is just a few. Our King Palace is also there for you to see. Even though Nanaya Santua, as Nanaya Santua, Pemada is being represented here. But before you go to Ejuso, normally the visitors will come to Kumasi, and I will take them through the history of Nanaya Santua, the greatest Queen Mother, the fighter. But all the history are here. We will let you know before you go there. Then to all the Nananom Amahini, we have positioned ourselves that we market them all. That is why a lot of tourists are coming into the city. It is not surprising that the president saw it and decided that the airport that we have is so small and therefore it needs to be internationalized. And yet now it is being worked on. Contractors are vigorously working on it. Just about market. Market, we have the biggest in West Africa. And now it is being reconstructed. The first phase is ready and is ready to receive traders very soon. And the second phase is also there. All are there to to serve as tourism potentials. To all our dignitaries here, Kumasi welcomes you, Nananom welcomes you, and we are fortunate that of all the people in the kingdom, the seat of the kingdom is in Kumasi, where I am the mayor. I thank you all for coming. Thank you. May God bless you. Enjoy your stay in Kumasi.
Mayor Pierce Asamoah.
Thank you.
This coming Thursday, so I won't say anything. I know you know what we have to do. Congratulations, sir. I don't know the name of the son. I say, I buy a woman. I don't know boy. I just sit now, boss, and no, you're boy.
Many about one day in an apple near Bush. In 1942, and from a crowd of one second, him fee. The Mason mentioned fear to so.
But I'm with you. We are 1 in a million exclusive interview. Auntie,
Me O level Kajitia. The university here corner him fee. Mentia. A honor qua, Uno, and Penisem. Casaqua, Casade, Casapa. Adimpa, Empire. Women should be a handful. I wonder. It is your me to America. Same baby, I made the assume as I see Kumakuno. Self-lookum, Asamoah. A war, a war. Go to Crow no more in Sweeney, a Bruntra.
wow. The beauty of the language, man. Put your hands together for the man. Asamoah, the Ghana, the Mama Musamano. It's in Numbia. He said, no, Papa. Namiache depot Nama Asamoah Ghana. Now, the shows in Kumasi, he doesn't only perform in Kumasi. Tell us about some of the places we've been performing around the globe.
Prohibited UK, America, Trinidad and Tobago,
Madison Square Gardens,
Germany, Patel, and Benjamin Carlos.
now, Upo Yanum Sawa, Yana responsibility, then I am Kafaho. Upo Yanum be Sawa, open for more.
When you miss a Goku, don't you look at I mean, put up a credit and I bring him. In Ghana, storytelling is a domestic activity, and Goku Anansi is the hero. Now, one would ask, who is Goku Anansi? And why should so many stories be told about him? According to the late Dr. Ofua Sutherland, in a play, The Marriage of Anansiwa, she says this. Anansi appears to represent the kind of every man, artistically distorted and exaggerated to serve society as a means for self-examination. He has a penetrating awareness of the culture and nature of human beings and animals. Legend has it that Anansi once decided to collect all aspects of wisdom, placed in a pot, climb a tall tree and hide it. Unfortunately, he placed the pot in front of him. It made climbing difficult. So his own son, Kokun Tikuma, said, Papa, I think there has been a serious omission in your thinking. With all apology. If you place the pot behind you, it will make climbing easier. So Anansi, in anger and frustration, dropped the pot, hit the ground, broke into pieces, and wisdom spread all over the world. So no nation, no people can claim monopoly of wisdom. And our coach said, my qualified nuclear physicist from Australia, was saying, knowledge is not wisdom. Then what is wisdom? Wisdom can come only from the interplay of science with society, from the evolution of ethics, morality and law, and I repeat, and law to govern the actions of all men.
Put your hands together for him. What I just did is a book. Somebody can pick it up and write about it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, KMA has done something, the mayor has done something, but I just want to say, Ghana for Danasi. Just one person, one American, she has built schools, hospitals, all in the Ashanti region. Thanks so much, madam. God bless you. She's called Don Sutherland from Los Angeles, California.
Thank you, 11C. Thank you to our dignitaries, King Representative, and our Honorable Mayor, and all on the dais, and everybody around. Thank you for welcoming me to Ghana, to Ashanti region. I am Ghanaian, so you know that. So thank you, and thank you for welcoming all the guests that comes here to visit. Thank you.
Pachamama Musamanwai. Samede Kochimwa. America ni yeah, Catholicism asem ye okono oba Ghana no ko no say kroi managing antabam into ko no sister ni nyoma from America no buy no be to dan no team musa akwa ena enkola mo Canada ho hia nyina opo mo nyina girls no ochia obia school fees or the beer free kindergarten sa e do medu ogusutia and we see hospital ba ko fi yase we see dan ba ko heman state experimental school aban school ono ad ni sika kono apenti ho and dem all your meeting timi who sort one am say no minister Bekasaba, let me just say this because Ghana and baby no ma am for you no say entanka just Diana Paola watch. So ladies and gentlemen, on the wings of that, let me call the Honorable Minister to deliver her keynote address to tell you that her ministry is very, very powerful. Please put your hands together for the beautiful Baba JC, Honorable Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture. Mama Musemanu. Champions, was it on your lady? Where do I do on Pekasa? Maybe a minute or where they gone, on Pekasa. My beautiful Honorable Minister, how are you doing? Welcome to Kumasi. We are proud of you, okay?
Thank you very much.
I think this one is better.
Thank you very much. And I'm also very happy to be in Kumasi, which holds a very important place in our arts and culture and tourism sector. Verma Ofek Akwesi Okujifo II, Kokofu Mainhini, representing His Royal Highness, His Majesty Otumfuo Osei Tutu, the chairman for the occasion, our members of parliament, members of the diplomatic corps, our tour operators who are joining us from the Gambia today, led by our very able president of GATO. You are welcome to Ghana and to the Ashanti region. All other protocols observed. It is a great feeling to be here today in Kumasi, the land of culture and tradition, to celebrate the World Tourism Day under the theme, Tourism and Jobs, a better future for all. May I also take the opportunity to extend a warm akwaba to the global African family who are here as part of the Year of Return, and the delegation of tour operators who I acknowledged earlier. The Year of Return program this year has been a very important commemoration of the 400th anniversary of the start of the slave trade, and the commemoration has witnessed a series of activities which have been successfully undertaken, spearheaded by the Ghana Tourism Authority. Before the end of this year, we shall launch the follow-up program of activities, which is tagged Beyond the Return, to solidify the bond with our brothers and sisters of the diaspora, because as stated by His Excellency the President, the future 20th anniversary on the throne. We congratulate Otumfuo and Asante who holds an iconic place in our tourism, arts and culture sector. We cannot do without you. Thank you for your rich culture and for the support that you give to the tourism sector. This year, under the auspices of the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, the Ghana Tourism Authority has declared September as Tourism Month to focus on the several activities and programs taking place during the course of this month, which we conclude with the World Tourism Day we are holding today, and following up with activities in Peru, being the paragliding. Tourism is one of the fastest growing sectors of the Ghanaian economy, with linkages to various sectors, providing employment to several young people and creating an avenue for entrepreneurial development. Worldwide, tourist arrivals have grown from 25 million in 1950 to nearly 1.3 billion today. The global travel and tourism sector grew by at least 3.9% to contribute a record $8.8 trillion and 319 million jobs to the world economy in the year 2018. The sector represents an estimated 10% of the world's gross domestic product and provides 1 in 11 jobs globally. According to the United Nations World Tourism Organization, tourism will continue to grow at an average of 3% annually until the year 2030. This growth reflects the progressive expansion of access to tourism. Tourism provides direct and indirect jobs, thereby complementing the government's agenda of creating jobs and employment to its citizens. As the private sector is the engine of growth, the ministry strongly considers the private sector wing, the Ghana Tourism Federation, GATO, as one of the key players and an avenue in the provision of jobs and employment, thus creating a better future for all. Thank you, GATO, for your support. Tourism is public sector led, but private sector driven. So we need you to be on board. We will continue to engage the private sector trade associations, including the hotels, restaurants, travel and tour agencies, the chop bars, guest houses, tourist sites, and attractions, regarding strategies to expand the industry to promote more jobs. Under the World Bank's Ghana Tourism Development Project, being managed by my ministry, skills development and sites and attractions development will take center stage. This is expected to create more jobs. We are not only focusing on job creation, but also on job enrichment. And thus, a new tourism and hospitality training policy is in the offing to ensure that all players in the tourism sector receive the appropriate training. The ministry and its agencies are also undertaking several other projects, like the Marine Drive Tourism Development Project, highway rest stops, tourism receptive facilities, tourism information centers, which will create both short and long-term jobs. As we celebrate Otumfuo's 20th anniversary on the throne, the ministry will ensure to promote the Garden City, Kumasi, on both local and international platforms in order to bring in the needed development for Asamoah and its people, because we recognize the role that Asamoah plays in our tourism and arts sector. Currently, as part of the Year of Return, the Ghana Tourism Authority is working with the National Commission on Culture and the private sector to promote the Kumasi Carnival, which will take place in November this year. Nananum, ladies and gentlemen, I call on all stakeholders, including the traditional authorities, districts and municipal assemblies, heads of departments, the media and the private sector, to partner the ministry and its agencies to deliver on its mandate to the good people of Ghana as we provide direct and indirect jobs to the good people of Ghana. Finally, I wish to congratulate the planning committee for doing such a good job organizing the event today, And I also commend our sponsors and our media men for supporting us today, this worthy cause, celebrating World Tourism Day. From here, let us all, as many of us who can do that, let us all continue to Kwewu for the paragliding festival and the West Africa King of the Mountain cycling competition. Let us participate to make this tourism month successful and have an enjoyable experience. Long live the World Tourism Day, long live the tourism industry, and God bless our homeland, Ghana.
Hi viewers, I'm Sugar Titi. SHUGATI Sugar Titi.
Otiko so nsia na emu na na wadarma odisha makwa metuma kakra. Honorable Minister, nyifua etwahia ha nananom ne anintini a yato yensa afremo ene mijina ha na mijina ha ma asanteman mijina ha ma filmmakers a ewo asante enyina kakra ye kanese yadra the tourism minister ase Yamanakwaba to Ashanti region and Kumasi to be precise. Minister, thank you very much. It is an honor to have you in Osekrom, precisely the Center for National Culture. It is no wonder we have the year of return being celebrated here in Ashanti region, and that for over 20 years, this honor has been done Kumasi and Ashanti region, and for that reason we say thank you. We saying thank you, we are equally pleading that Your Honor, we as filmmakers, we are very happy to have you here today. There's been a lot of conversation that has gone on. Yesterday, for instance, I understand that after the float, which I was part and was very tired, I could not attend the symposium. And that after, the film stakeholders met you in regards to the film village. There's been a lot of hullabaloo about it, but I know, and my colleagues equally understand that with your wisdom, you make the right choice for us. Into Wadaroma, Yajama, Uni ministry, Nanso the Aya can say, yeah, per film village, Nanso film authority, no, and a priority. It's a film authority never. Film village, and the Akika Hunino, every year, a Twaswo. Honorable Minister, Lavency Akabri, Umu Fedodo, Yenimse Nimdiano Sona Wono, Abema industry no, Apeja, na Asante Mine, Yoguswa Yefa and Tomapa Efra, Abra, Oteko Koswo, 20 years anniversary, near Yesre Biom Sonesa. Muncha Wenina Momahia Asante Mine. In regards to the industry, cause yeah, bread. You made mention of carnival, street carnival. Many minuanum there. Near your best friend say, Abia, aka any concert party. Naka ya celebrating over Naka all other regions. Omu concert party for na Obiaba Cultural Center ha. Naka any the Ashesha so naka yefe. 2 days ukra naka yede. And no say street carnival na airbano, young patronize it. We'll be part of it, but we are asking that the film industry should be highly involved in all that you do as a tourism ministry. We thank you for being here with us, and we equally appreciate every single person who came here. Na ansana metna seno, me pesa minister ehu se ye ni age ne obeka ye ho, ane de oyema film industry, in as much as you go so a yes, no, Meto Mensa Afre, Jiwani cultural troupe, na Omaba Bema Madam performance Kakrebi, on in ananum, no man who say, Ashanti region, Yanso, Yawadia, Oye, Jiwani cultural group, let us give them a round of applause. Adem Namru
Sukuma see me on my brain. Then in the moon, let me run man. I pray. Sammy by women anymore. I better say me say, I'm a super him yo. You ready? Our body by part of my pain. Yeah, but enemy free brokers, enemy up a groma. Some ramento. Yeah, ready. Yeah, ready.
Hey, mommy. Hey, mama, test. I don't really fear her. Please, you want me too much. Don't touch my house again. Go away. I got my own girlfriend. They come. Wow. It was sweaty. Hi. Who'll be up at the end? Hey, phone was so hook.
So, Pamia, I am a dadamio. So, Pamia, I am a didimio. I am a dadamio, Yabode. I am a didimio. I am a dadamio. I am a didimio. Hey, and yes, and I'm at you. Osawa Bania Gumenuasio. I'm at your Pamia Yame. I will go near it in footstool. No return some more free. Obrekoso na dwa yetro kwa mi asante ababa wati samia na die ye na boto
Mesrawo ba kono manya fifia ha me dofo ni o
ni bia ti sewa wo ma sitremu a enti ya de ama imi ama sente woni mi sewu fa mi gbesi akire de and ye ka kire mi na mi baba bi fa why Oba we fe. Oba we na ko. Na sana me matie.
Get ready.
Every Yankopɔ bra ma bra ya bode ho pa. Me tu go kase mo. Na wo fra me sɛ me miɛnkɔ akura sɛ ne yɛnkɔ dɔ. Ɛna hwɛ deɛ me ho ayɛ. Ɔdɔ yɛ wo sɛ ɛkɔ anka ɔbɛwa me. Ɛnso yɛnkɔ. Hwɛ yɛkɔ. Ogya me. Odo, eyewowo, Yakobe bia, wakojami okwem. Odo menya fever. Wa menya wose, agoba wa me. Odo ye waje me gugo so koja mi nsugre ni wode. So wa ma mi wu, mi be beto mi so ahyew. Eh, awa bo mi ma me kai o.
Ma me ye. You no menya fifia kwa. You no menya fifia. So, take a bit. Agya.
Na yo FIFA.
Oh yeah,
yo FIFA.
Oh, before me dem here. Dem na go for so better.
Dem na order.
Aye.
Eyi no pole. Aso onyo ba.
Come channel.
Aso ba ya ba de.
Come channel.
Who Wani sadia mwani sawuna. Enso weja. Wani sadia mwani sawuna. Ababa wani sadia mwani sawuna. Enso weja. When you saw dear morning so one and so I
don't have money to Alana. Only buy it. Say ye. Ye, you are you. Only buy a biasa ye. Ye, you are you. And you will hear all 50 Bianco.
Calf with well, I own pop pride in the and that be no. Now I put with that. I catch him there, and you, I catch him there, and you, what's in there? I can find them. They say I don't put in the bedroom on your baby, you know.
It's okay.
Woo!
Wow, can't you quite get it? Who's hobby? We are for bunny, Papa. We are for bunny. So this is mine.
Some minutes to buy.
So this is mine.
Minutes to buy. I'm not on my voodoo. And some had the when you want to see, but do what she, I'm a no more say. Oh, Tassie, Mammy, well, for 1 month, Mammy. Oh, maybe I went to me, said you were baby. Why? Well, what I need, magic could I cost you, Mammy? And One for could have cost you money, Mampo. I must have been Pradias. Was his you? Fabio, the two money, Berman. What far? No, Jadi, I know what the word. Who got far, Berman, Paya? Make the two could also see Kumasi Melon, Uncle, or to show what I be a university. What my father may buy yam and you born as we say, Missy, oh, well, dear. Such a Nina, Missy T. was somewhat the warfare any more yam no warfare. Oh, ma'am, let me be sunny, dear sir. That's a brand new flower saying. Was say your family, Abu? Missy, oh, and I yet and what? Oh, but Bama got a dear, our friend, Abu, they said, dear bed. Nanka mi wuni ye kura nanka woni awo no nanka wamfana nkwa da sebra wate kwakwa so na wada urumawo me mo nyamfwa asantoa
Mame, we mpabwa ne wate. Nam se woni subasa. Wa so ka semne, entompom na me ko fe magmentoma.
ya bogo mi wa no na menene asantoa me kama tuwa akwada no ono woma ono wobai mwasoa mo me wo me bai su adai akwada ka wade waso ade nkwada ya wade ya so saa adai asantoa na adai akwada me kwa wo na yi ya fulani sai mo nta
La mesi kuba
la bio France kama na me kuya principal nyine na menene kwa France me kwa wa na akwada ya fulani abodi
yo ya pamocho akaya beto aso nanso so adwuma ne dɔɔso mpanimfoɔ bebree wɔ ha ɛyɛ jiwani concept party ɛyɛ na ɔkyerɛ sɛ nɛ wo sɛ bana no ɛbɔ tene yɛ wo sɛ ewiase man Ghana man Asante man ɛmo ayɛ din enti ɛde akɔfa aba ɛde sɛ enti mo nta yɛ akyi yɛda mo ase mpanimfoɔ wadawoma yɛ awie nso
yɛda mo ase yɛabode ɛma test ne yɛkɔfa aba yɛabode the whole Ghana ɛsɛ mpɔgye mani me baa no concept party mo sɛ ma yɛka maame what I want who don't tell me a concert to what better action we have fed do yeah already and I say
Honorable Prime Minister Nananum Sam Kumasi for you. What the man? Oh, but for money.
I me pato
What the man? Mayor. Oh, but your assistant already.
I me pato that's him.
Held on the 27th of September 2019 at the Center for National Books, Kumasi, Agya. Honorable Minister of Tourism and Culture, Reverend Chairman of the Nation, Deputy Ministers,
Madam, the headroom, check the headroom.
All protocol observed. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as we celebrate the nation's Joseph Day,
TV3,
27th September, in the Garden City, I deem this feat historic, as this is the first time Ashanti region has been selected by the administrator as culture to host this official celebration. May I kindly take this opportunity to say Akwaba to the diaspora friends and Kenyan, as Ghana marks 400 years since the first now Ghana. The theme for the celebration, tourism and jobs, a better future for all, is appropriate since tourism as multi-sectoral disciplines seeks to address some of the shortfalls in the job market through the provision of services like hotels, entertainment, recreational activities, guest houses, restaurants, travel and tour agencies, job operations, tourist sites, and attractions, etc., etc. Tourism has social and political, cultural, and economic values. Therefore, more needs to be done to harness in order to address some of the global challenges outlined in the United States Millennium Development Goals, the MDGs. Tourism creates jobs in rural and remote areas, not only directly, but also indirectly through the preservation and restoration of traditional activities. Tourism is a contributor to the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, as targeted in Goals 8, 12, and 14. The sector's contribution is specifically targeted in Goals 8, 12, and 14. It is recognized in Goal 8, Target 8, 9, which states that by 2030, devise and implement policies to promote sustainable tourism and to create jobs, promote local, cultural, and products. Economic empowerment is tourism through partnership with key stakeholders across the entire travel, tourism, and hospitality value chain. Team necessary has the need to collaborate with the traditional authorities. District and municipal assemblies, as well as the other stakeholders like private sector in this endeavor. The linkage between stakeholders and private sector in this endeavor helps to eliminate poverty and tourism and underscores the recognition of tourism development as a major socio-economic activity at the local and national levels. Tourism provides opportunities for the poor to gain access to jobs, employment, participation in decision-making, and income. I'm personally happy about the ministry's innovative marketing campaign dubbed See Ghana, Eat Ghana, Wear Ghana, and Feel Ghana, that emphasis on local content and encourage Ghanaians to consume local products and eventually reducing over-reliance on foreign and imported goods. This will obviously accelerate the forward and backward supply value chain linkages between tourism, arts and culture, and other sectors of the economy. It also aims at empowering our citizenry to appreciate the rich resources of the country and become more patriotic. Knowing one's country better brings about peace and understanding, as well as fosters unity and cohesion among the populace to maintain national development and cohesion. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my strong conviction that the promotion of domestic tourism by the Ministry of September is declared the Tourism Month will help boost the development of micro, small, and medium-scale enterprises in our communities, and thus contribute significantly in the transformation process of our local communities and districts. This will eventually help in building economic and making tourism one of the leading sectors. Ladies and gentlemen, along with its historical, cultural, leisure, and recreational functions, tourism contributes significantly to the world's economy and development. Tourism resources are immense and diverse, tourism, the fourth largest source of foreign exchange earnings and a key economic driver, contributes 5.5% in 2018 to the gross domestic product of the Ghanaian economy. As tourism generates 10% of world's jobs and is included in SDG 8 for the potential to create decent work, new policies are needed to maximize tourism's potential to create more and better jobs, especially for women and youth. New policies are also needed to reflect and incorporate ongoing advances in technology. Since the UNWTO's focus is on skills, education, and jobs throughout the year, I urge the government to fashion out a holistic approach to the future of work in tourism, with heightened and cooperation between all actors, including the public and private sectors, to ensure rapid economic development. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as the Royal Majesty Otumfuo Osei II celebrates the 20th anniversary on the throne, we wish to invite all our brothers and sisters of African descent in the global African family to join us in the celebration and be part of the development of us. I take this opportunity to urge our diaspora friends to return home and those already here to help invest in sectors of the economy, especially tourism in Ashanti region, in order to create direct and indirect jobs. Asamoah is ready to provide you with the needed support and assistance in diverse ways in order to sustain tourism development and boost our foreign exchange. And I wish to add this in the Ghanaian language. And I know my they go to for their own. Yes, sir. But we are to be changed and in the ministry. Say, as I said, my tourism board, yeah, what VGC, I got an animal, boom. Every I'm first so I'm a tourism and near my boy was home. And then practice even one. If you say, you grass, and you may be, yeah, Yamia, what dear Giant, see every fair in the year. And got a brofuba and give me what you be. You may jump to me, son. They walk, they shoot, Bonk, and Sabia, a fat, no possible from war. Tebesu. Sebeno says you have this year. The better out the whole day, we are passing there. I tell you, the old just had with the air condition. You are poor, a two pepper, if you are now, what did it? And I say, me, a trip, I said, yeah, everyone, I said, but you, where we are body, young body at all. Say, two who's at the mayor, Grandma tourism, not for such as the day. If it's not said, if you need to go, what I said, money, I am for number yet. It's a mutie, it said, man, Brown, Professor Hagen, just and then he said, Emma, I propose you appreciate it to internet. Maybe play by, because I said, Benjamin, young beauty, Yakin. So, and no Kenya, they make a home. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, my appreciation goes to the Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture, and its implementing agencies, the local organizing committee, the media, as well as the private sector, which is considered as the engine of growth for a good job done. As the program of activities for the World Tourism Day continues, I urge all and sundry to be part of the celebrations in order to make it a meritorious one. Thank you, and God bless all of you. Very much.